All right, folks, buckle up because once again, the political circus is back in town. And leading the parade is none other than New York Attorney General Letitia James. And guess who her target is this time? Donald Trump. Again. But this time, it's not about real estate or taxes or even January 6th. She's suing Trump and the Department of Health and Human Services over potential cuts to programs like Meals on Wheels. That's right. Cuts that haven't even happened yet. We're suing over imaginary scenarios now.
New York Attorney General Letitia James and other Democrat attorneys general are expected to announce a lawsuit against the Trump administration's Health and Human Services Department today over proposed health care funding cuts. This, of course, comes just a few weeks after the White House referred her for prosecution over suspected mortgage fraud.
The White House is threatening our way of life. They want to cut Meals on Wheels. They want to cut funds to firefighters. Why? Because they want to cut funds for housing. And the list goes on and on and on. All of these funds and more, we've got to stand up. And that's why Democratic attorneys general will be joining me in filing this lawsuit.
Letitia James claims that the Trump administration's draft budget could impact seniors and low-income Americans, that this budget might slash funding to vital services. That sounds horrible, right? Except it's not real. There's no law, no signed order, no implemented cut, just a draft proposal. A maybe, a what if, a perhaps.
HHS is responsible for protecting and preserving public health. And since taking office, this administration has fired scientists, closed labs, shuttered life-saving programs without rhyme, reason, or any legal authority. Head Start centers are facing delayed funding, staffing shortages, and a very real threat of closure. They dismantled the agency that oversees Meals on Wheels, leaving local providers scrambling to keep seniors fed and safe.
Now, don't get me wrong. If Meals on Wheels or other senior support programs were actually being cut, there should absolutely be a public outcry. But that's not what's happening here. Letitia James is using hypothetical politics to score real headlines. And this isn't just reckless, it's dangerous. She's painting Trump as some kind of villain ready to yank meals from the hands of senior citizens, when in reality, the federal budgeting process is complex, involves Congress, and changes constantly before anything becomes law. Suing over a draft budget, that's like filing a restraining order against your neighbor because you think that they might yell at you next week. It's utterly ridiculous. But here's where it gets worse. While Letitia James is busy filing lawsuits based on fiction, she's ignoring very real issues hitting her own office hard. Because behind the scenes, subpoenas are flying. The DOJ is reportedly looking into her own mortgage dealings. Yeah, you heard that right. You know how when people bark at somebody else for their own wrongdoings, but they're doing the same thing too? The top law enforcement officer in New York is under serious scrutiny for possible mortgage fraud. Multiple title companies, mortgage lenders, and even banks are being pulled into the investigation. And the question is, did Letitia James misrepresent her own property in order to get better loan terms? Did she classify a 5-unit dwelling as a 4-unit residence just to qualify for lower rates? Because if that's true, which I believe it is, it's not just unethical, it's criminal. It's fraudulent. This isn't some partisan theory. These are legal investigations happening right now as we speak. So why then is the Attorney General spending her time filing fantasy lawsuits against Donald Trump instead of answering questions about her own alleged misconduct? The answer is simple. It's a distraction. Letitia James has built her entire brand on suing Trump. It's made her a household name, literally suing Trump. But now that serious allegations are pointing back at her, she's trying to change the channel. Nope. Keep that same energy. So she creates a scandal, get media attention, sue Trump again, and hope everyone stop asking about those subpoenas. Look, we've seen this movie before. Weaponize the legal system, stir up outrage, then hope the media will carry the message without asking too many questions. But here's what they're not telling you. This lawsuit about Meals on Wheels, it has no teeth. It's pure political theater. And it cheapens the justice system because when you treat the law like a PR tool, you undermine the credibility of real legal actions, ones that actually protect people and uphold the Constitution. From the start, Letitia James made it very clear she was coming for Trump. She called him illegitimate. She vowed to get him. She said his days were done. And the list goes on. And now she's suing over budget cuts that don't even exist while dodging questions about her own finances.
Will you sue him for us?
Oh, we're going to definitely sue him. We're going to be a real pain in the ass.
I will never be afraid to challenge this illegitimate president.
We need to focus on Donald Trump. We need to follow his money. What is fueling my soul right now is Trump.
This illegitimate president, I look forward to going into the office of Attorney General every day, suing him, and then going home.
So let's recap what we have here. Trump hasn't cut Meals on Wheels. Congress hasn't passed the budget. The lawsuit is over a maybe. Meanwhile, Letitia James is under scrutiny. Subpoenas are active. And the DOJ might have real questions for her. I think she has bigger fish to fry than to be worried about suing Trump. This isn't leadership. This is kangaroo politics. It's like she's using the courts like a campaign stage. And the people of New York deserve so much better. What do you all think about Letitia James' latest legal stunt? Let me know in the comments. And if this kind of honest commentary brings you value, please don't forget to like and subscribe and tap the bell so you never miss a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching my video, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.